enjoy.
We're here April 6th at the Black Man of Honor College Fair. And this is just really a celebration where we're trying to encourage and motivate specifically African-American males, but all students to be able to attend college. So we have 3 workshops going on, one adjusting to college life. We had a Greek step show just wrap up here. And then also we'll have PNC coming up here as they do a workshop on virtual banking. So what we want to do with this particular event is to inspire young people to be able to want to go to college, but then also give them the tools that they need to be able to go to college. And the tools are scholarships, being able to meet with college representatives, which we have about 60 here today. So that's the whole idea behind the Black Man of Honor College Fair. We do this on a daily basis working, the Black Star Project does this on a daily basis working with students in different communities around the Chicagoland area along with the suburbs. So what we do is we have 3 tiers of programming. We have community-based programming, school-based programming, and parental-based programs, all designed around helping students to succeed not only in life but academically as well. So we always have, different events that volunteers can get involved with, whether it's going into the schools to inspire the youth, being a volunteer here at an event like this with the Black Man of Honor College Fair. We also have where you can become a tutor. So if you want more information about the Black Star Project, you can give us a call at 773-285-9600, or you can go to our website, which is theblackstarproject.org, www.theblackstarproject.org.
So we're going to do it like this. Can we get all y'all on one side? That way we'll do the train. So once they go in, we're going to $5 from there. Then y'all do the rest. Do we have the things in one way? Are you guys going to pick the top? Y'all ready to fly? What are you going to do?
But you're right, you're right. It is.
Hello, my name is Veronica Hawad. I work in the College Admissions Office at the University of Chicago. The University of Chicago's admissions office is dedicated to making sure that students in the city of Chicago go to college and that they understand how to navigate the selective college admissions process. I just gave an essay writing workshop where we talked about the do's and don'ts of essay writing with the hopes that in the future, all of the students present are able to write the very best essay that they possibly can for college applications. You're able to reach me via email, HAUA D as in David, V as in Victor, at uchicago.edu, or you may call me with questions at 773-834-2569.
And the Black Star Project and the Men of Honor, they deserve an applause right now.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Chicago State is very similar. We have pretty decent from what I know. I'm not a science major, but they have a great science program. It's well known for their education program. We have sociology, African American studies, anthropology, am I missing anything? Nursing. My favorite part of college, I must say, is the freedom. Now, with that comes a lot of responsibility. In high school and in grammar school, I won't lie to you, I was not a great student. So when I got to college, it was really up to me to try to prove to myself and prove to my family that I could do better. And the freedom worked out in my favor because I loved being able to go to class once a week. But in that once a week, you gotta study, you gotta make sure you have your homework because no one is gonna tell you otherwise. They would just tell you at the end of the semester. And it was important to me to make sure that I did well. So, but coming to class once a week, the shorter classes are 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No one really like calling your parents if you don't do your homework, stuff like that. Like that was everything to me, and that's what I enjoyed, and that's what helped me to do better and get better grades and do what I needed to do.
I got my answer now. One of my fondest memories, my freshman year, I was pulling an all-nighter. I had like a 5-page paper due and some German homework and math homework. And so I stayed up to like 3 in the morning, and I was walking to my room from like the study lounge in the dorms. It was like people still woke, and we all just went down the street to Mr. Greeks and ate gyros and pizza bugs at like 3 a.m., which is not healthy. But it was the fact to where in college you make bonds with these friends, and you just had these, as my buddy called them, whimsical moments. You just, hey, what you do after this? About to go downtown ice skate. Never been ice skate. Let's go. So I lived my life very randomly somewhere in college. And so those was kind of my favorite moments in grade school.
I will also say my favorite moments was having the independence and having the freedom as well, but also having a partnership and a kinship with all the people that were at school. I had the opportunity to live on campus, and from that, just like Ken said, we have an opportunity to really network with one another and enjoy our time with one another and really learn everything you can from the classes, but not just from the classes, but have a real world experience as well. So I take my learning experience and I apply it to, you know, what I'm trying to find in my job experience and try to do professionally, what I'm trying to do professionally. So that's basically my favorite moment in college.
I have to say my favorite part of college was the independence and meeting new people, but with that, it's too expensive to try something and fail because I'll be losing so much money. So with that, I had to go in and realize, although I enjoy this independence, I'm paying thousands of dollars for these classes that I'm taking, and if I don't pass them, I'll have to take them again before I get my degree. So I have to really bear down and just understand, you know what? I understand I don't feel like getting up to go to class, but I'm paying them a lot of money, and I just can't afford to give them that out of my pocket. So we have to really prioritize and decide to do what it is that we have to do in order to be successful students, especially as black men and black students in the society today.
Question over here. Young man.
Actually, one thing we wanted to really discuss is the fact of the teacher-student relationship in college. In college, you'll sit in, actually, somewhat a class like this, you have this many people in one class and one professor teaching it. That's a lie, right? And so that teacher is not going to do like high school, like, hey, Kenneth, you didn't turn in your homework. Hey, Kenneth, you failed that test. Hey, Kenneth, you really need to do better in my class. So one thing it is, your grades is your responsibility. They're going to give you a syllabus at the beginning of the semester. You know what all of your assignments are all the way up to the end of the semester. So it's up to you to do it. Sometimes classes are tough. Classes are challenging. We don't get the grades we think. You might fail a test or a quiz. And so it's up to you to actually take that initiative to meet with that professor to say, hey, I want to discuss this test with you. Hey, I don't think I'm passing your class. What can I do to get a better grade? Because you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for these classes. And you need to pass them because you need a degree and you don't want to take it again. So Uncle Panelist has a great story to help you out on how to actually deal with that.
I am known for hunting down professors. I do not mess around. I will email, I will call, I will show up at another class that I know that you're having. Like, I do not play. Because this is my money, this is my education, this is my future, and you have to take it seriously. So, like I said earlier, you have to be aggressive. That's one thing college really taught me. And like I said, I don't play with that. I make sure that they pay attention to me and give me the help that I need so I can write my papers and I can get out of here, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to waste their time. You don't want to look back 10 years from now and you took out loans or got scholarships or whatever and you don't even have a degree. So that's all I can say. Make sure that you are in there for them.
They have to know you as by your name and not just the number, because in a class like this, it's just like this in college. So if you're just a number, which will be your social security number versus your actual name, and once they get to know you as a student, they will see, oh, I see this person in class every day. He or she's not in class, sleeping, and he puts forth the effort. So when it comes time to put in grades, they remember that. So if you're borderline between maybe an A or a B, or a C or a B, if they know your face and they see that you put forth the effort, they're more likely to give you the higher grade, and they'll help you in the long run.
Just like everyone has been mentioning, your professor does have to know you. And from my personal experience, I make sure my professors do know me. I'm an English major, and right now, it's a very popular major to have because you can do so many things with it. But personally, I do talk to each and every one of my professors. And what I do is after classes, I go and I learn the material with them. I ask extra questions. And from that, I see many different opportunities. See, it's not just about getting the grade. It's about being able to transform yourself. If you really have a passion for what you're studying, you will have opportunities to do what you love to do. I've been approached by several different professors to do research with them. And it's not just immediately doing extra homework. I'm talking about paid research. They offer you $5,000 just to do it over the summer. Now, it is a lot for $5,000 in 2 months to read and to write what you're reading and to come up with your own ideas. And a lot of students won't have that opportunity when you're sitting in a big class like that. You have to stand out. You have to have a drive to want to know the material. You have to have a drive to want to know your professors. It's just not about the grade. I want to stress that.
Sure. For me, we had I guess we had a paper in one of my sociology classes. Like all we knew, we had a lot of papers, and everybody kept filling these papers. So finally, I sat down with the instructors, like, "What do you want on these papers?" And she told me, and I was the only person to pass. So something just as small as that, goes one way by sitting down and asking, "Hey, what do you want on this paper?" And she saw I was the only one who passed it, so I was the only one who gave the effort to sit down with her and to actually try to do better in the class versus just taking a bad grade. In the blue, goody, question. Yeah. I need you to stand up and say it one more time. Oh, my hardest assignment is easily, I don't like math that much. That's why I'm a sociology major, and I took an economics class. And it was like macro and micro, like the two economics in one class. I struggled tremendously in that class. Got a C, but I struggled.
My hardest assignment in college was my senior research writing class, and you have to write a 20-page paper by the end of the semester, and that was rough for me. I don't really consider myself to be a very good writer, so the research and all of that stuff and the drafts, I consider to be pretty challenging.
Congratulations. Good luck with it.
My hardest class is actually a class I've been avoiding. I started it, and then within the first 2 weeks, I said I can't handle this. I'm going to drop it and pick up another class. That class is chemistry. Okay, now at URC, you have to take Chem 100, or you have to take a 100-level science class to get your liberal arts and science degree. Now, I am not a science person. Biology, physics, any of it. I took anthropology, and that was the closest to science I could get, and we studied monkeys. So if you can imagine my struggle with grasping just monkeys, and I have to take Chem next semester to graduate. That is my hardest class. So, yes, ma'am.
You're going to do well.
Sir. We don't have culinary arts at Pisces.
How are you? Praise God. Doing good.
At the moment, URC has 120 credit hours. I have 41 left. So come December 2014, I will be graduating.
Okay, at the moment I am a senior. I also need 120 credit hours, and I have 90, so I'll need 30 more, and I will be graduating in December. So yes, it's okay.
I graduated last month.
I graduate in four weeks. Yeah, out the door. In the morning. Thank you. See how it takes to the graduation party. Yeah, and you, hero.
And it was never an issue. So as I got older, I appreciated and in-state and even staying at home.
Actually, it goes to like the class ratio. My school, Chicago State, is not as big as UIC, so it's a much more intimate. It's easier to actually get to know my professor. And back to the question, as far as it's only a piece of paper. So whether you get a degree from a school that's 10 minutes away from you, as long as it's a university, or 10 hours away from you, if it's 10 hours, it'll be much more expensive versus getting a degree from the university that's 10 minutes away from you. You can do the same thing that you can do with it. The further you go, it's just more money. You're just paying for a name. A degree is really a degree. It's about what you do, because you're able to do the same thing If he goes to Harvard and we have the same major, and I go to Olive Harvey right up the street, if I do the things that I need to do, I can still get the same type of job that he gets. It's about what you make and how you use your degree and get out and actually network and make the best of your situation. You have a question? Okay, yes. Most colleges and universities do have fraternities and sororities. You have the Divine Nine, and that they're usually at most major universities. They're not at the junior college. My college does have all of the sororities and fraternities.
Welcome. Thank you. We've been waiting for you. Welcome. We have been waiting.
You have a question back there, sir?
Yeah. Are you all worried about getting a job after you finish college, and what are you doing to help yourself or increase your chances of landing the job that you want?
I believe it's all about the work that you put into it. I feel like you can actually begin to form relationships your freshman year in college and actually reach out to people with internships, and the people that you meet, as long as you keep the grades high as possible, and the people that you meet, you can always form the relationships. But yes, because of the times, it is an issue, and you do work, but you have to work extremely hard, because it's not going to be given to you even if you have the degree. You have to get out and actually do the work to get the job.
Well, I am nervous about going into the career I want to pursue. I still have to go to law school to get there. My career goal is to be a corporate lawyer. So right now what I'm doing is learning everything I can about business. I have 2 jobs which focus and is tailored to what I want to do. I'm an assistant manager at one of my jobs, which gives me upfront experience to learning what it takes to manage a business and what it all the requirements that goes into it. I have a dream to write. So like I mentioned before, I spend a lot of time with my professors learning how to enhance my writing so I won't have to worry about that after school. So it's about taking, the time to find the opportunities and to use your opportunities wisely, and also to maintain them. If you have commitment to do what you want to do, and you put the passion behind it, you won't have a problem finding that job or that career you want to have.
For me, I graduated like I said 4 weeks, and I have a job lined up already. It's having a plan and having a backup plan, actually having tenacity. So while you're in college, you're going to meet a lot of people. Network with those people, find out what it is you want to do, find out your passion. If you follow your passion, the money, that's not an issue. I wanted to be a corporate career like Brittany, and when it got closer to it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to cut that loan and because of debt. So I went with my other backup plan. I'm going into corporate America, into corporate executive sales, and get my education.